Money.
Oh, money.
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 With the loop.
With the loop.
Loop. It's a loop money. It's a money. Listen, it's the cash register keeps going. That's what you should be hearing in your sleep. If you don't hear that in your sleep, you ain't making passive aggressive income.
Yeah, I hope you're doing all right, man.
Hey,
we making progress, man.
Listen, man.
Perpetual motion.
Perpetual
motion. Shaking off the demons. Digging deep in the meaning.
Yeah, I like that. Perpetual.
Man.
Yeah, that the beginning of that was
man.
spectacular. Let me just go and
Making progress,
pull that
man.
up. Hold on. I have to recap on that. What is this? It was
perpetual motion.
Yeah, perpetual motion, shaking
all demons. Digging deeper in the meaning and giving you more reasons to keep going. I just
caught the Holy Spirit. I just got all the perpetual demons off of me.
Yeah.
Off, demon. Off.
Yeah.
That's how easy it was.
Man.
It was almost like that day, I told this story 1,000 times, when I looked in the mirror. You know, I was that kid wearing a tall blue T-shirt. Had rubber bands on my pants, around my ankles. Yeah, I sagged a little bit. Thought that was cool, man. Had the Jordans on, not creased up, walking like a penguin. I still walk like a penguin. It probably did something to me.
Damn.
Yeah. I looked in the mirror one day. I said, Yo, is that mirror me? Is that me?
Is that me?
Is that a reflection of me? That can't be.
Man.
And like for a second, I guess I thought a mirror was fake. And I was like, man, who is that? What am I doing in a long blue T-shirt?
What is this long blue T-shirt? Why is it so like distinctly a long blue T-shirt?
Cause like, you know, I remember going to Mansfield and going to Fayetteville. And I go to Fayetteville, you know, we go on the weekends, me and the boys, and they'd be like, we all be wearing long blue T-shirts and rubber bands on our pants, and like these dudes are wearing khaki pants and Columbia vests and like
right. So it was just like a completely different aesthetic.
Yeah, and like it was the hood thing. It was the gang thing. It was like, yeah, we're Crips, long blue T-shirts, baggy denims, and some of the dudes, like, it's crazy how like some people can be so obsessed with, oh, I'm a Crip gang member. I will fight anybody that disrespects Crip gang. And like they hold that down. Why
don't we have that same type of thing for like ourselves?
That's what I'm saying.
Like what's the gang itself?
I think when I looked in the mirror, I thought
you said that earlier. It's like we go to church 7 days a week.
Yeah,
that's that thing. That's like the church itself. Like how much praise do you give yourself? Like you praising yourself 7 days a week. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, man.
And so many people go to church because they feel like they have to look a certain way. To some people. Well, if you don't go to church on Sunday, Billy's gonna think something. He's gonna know. They're gonna know, John. You gotta go to church on Sunday.
They kind of like
get out of here, dude. Those conversations are really happening, bro.
Yeah, like I've experienced that too. It's like, yo, what are they gonna think if we're not there today? So you're going for somebody else.
Who cares? God knows you all right.
Like what? like what? Hold on.
So you praise a God that's like unforgiving, right?
All right.
And so if you don't go to church one Sunday out of the year, you're going to hell, huh? That doesn't sound very Christian to me.
No.
Well, I thought your God's a forgiving God. You know, gay people get into heaven, right? I mean, God loves everybody, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's supposed
What's
to.
going on? You know, if he loves everybody, one under what? In God we trust on the dollar.
I think the biggest thing.
Come on, dude.
It's like God is in your cells.
Yeah.
God is the energy that's holding all this thing together. You know what I mean? It's like we can't even ascribe personality to it like that. I feel like.
And like to know all, like the all, like there's no way we can fathom that. We can't even fathom the next dimension. How do we think that we can fathom what the Creator is?
Yeah.
And to say these things about him that he's
even
that,
people right?
With tattoos
and
ain't getting
it's
it
so
into heaven.
deeply ingrained into the language that it's natural for us to say like him. It's natural for us to give it a pronoun.
You don't really hear him or like.
See, it's like you can't.
All.
It's like you
all.
can't even.
I just call it all.
Yeah.
He's all.
Source.
Or it's all. It's all.
It's all.
It's all. It's
like we can't even like. It's so hard for our consciousness to even like get around giving
like
something
we don't even
beyond
know what
us.
Wi-Fi looks
a program,
like.
A pronoun.
We don't know what Wi-Fi looks like.
We don't even know what Wi-Fi looks like. What's Wi-Fi look like?
I don't even know how it exists. Like, how can they shut my Wi-Fi off if I don't pay? Isn't that scary?
They can just shut it off.
Yeah, I mean, think about
Close
North
the
Korea.
connection.
No lights at night.
Damn, is that a thing?
Yeah, North Korea. He doesn't have any. They shut all their electricity off at night. If you look at North Korea at night on a map of the world, it's dark over there. That's a dictatorship.
Damn.
Like this country
No
is like
lights at night.
no lights. And listen, like the
What?
government goes into people's houses, and if you don't have enough pictures of the president in your house, you could die.
What?
Imagine getting a knock at the door. Yo, open up. You ain't got enough president pictures of Joe Biden in your house. We're gonna kill you and your daughter.
Yeah, like they send out like.
And that's real though. That's really.
portrait.
And it's like North Korea is so adamant about showing America that they have nukes, but it's like, well, you can have them. Go ahead and send one. See how far you get. That's the thing. Is like they want to be big and bad. They're like the worst bully. They're so scared though.
That's
Why
crazy.
you turn your lights off at night? Hey, listen. If I'm a big bad mother effer, I'm gonna keep my lights on. Come, I'm welcoming
That's
it.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways,
Yeah, let's get into it, man.
hold on. I want to go back to the story. So
Okay, yeah.
when I'm looking in the mirror, long blue T-shirt,
Yeah.
denim pants, and I had a realization. I think it was like one of those moments in life where you realize whether it's a wreck or you get shot or something, a life-changing event. And that was a life-changing event for me, dude. I'll never forget that day. What house, what area, what time, what the room smelled like. It smelled like, smelled uneasy. But I just remember looking in the mirror, and it was like a part of me was woken up. It's like my eyes opened up for the first time, and it was like, yeah, now you see. Oh, what was I living? What was I seeing before then? And I kept asking myself, why? And
you weren't seeing.
I couldn't see it. And like when I did see it, I didn't even know. And it changed me that much. Like I changed the way I dressed, changed the way, when I went to Fayetteville, I dressed like a dude from Fayetteville. I'm from Fort Smith. And when I started talking, that's when it gave it away. They're like, you ain't from here, are you? I was like, no, I'm from Fort Smith. They're like, oh. And I remember that. I remember like people not.
They could tell just by
the way I talked,
the way you talked, and the way your image, the way you look.
Mm-hmm.
That you.
Because I was wearing khakis, but I wasn't wearing like a vest. I'd wear like a blue T-shirt.
Yeah.
Like.
Had to keep a little bit of it true.
I still wear my Chuck Taylors and stuff, but yeah, trying to blend in. And it was weird, because right there you see me trying to blend in. But that realization being woke up, and we talked about it right before I started recording. But a lot of people aren't going to be woke up, man. They're not going to wake up, and you can't wake somebody up. So
I think a lot of people are waking up though. I think more and more.
I think now
I'm having conversations of people being more aware of.
It's like we kind of woke Manny up.
I think Manny's already woke up. Like just seeing. I think it's a perpetual thing, because even being woke, like even to say that you like woke up. If we can we define like what that means real quick?
Yeah, well,
what does it mean to you to be like woke up?
I don't want to get mixed up either.
Because there's a lot of
the woke culture and being awake, I think, are two different things. Being awake to me, in the simplest form, is understanding the why. Like, why are you here? Like, why did you make it out of all them other millions of sperm? Like, what set you different from those other like beings, like the other sperm or whatever? Like, you were the strongest one. Like, we were all the strongest one. I think we forget that. We forget how we made it.
How we can make the most of what we were
and we're
given.
all the one.
Yeah. We was all the one.
We are all the one.
We all one of them ones.
Whatever,
but you gotta know why you one of them ones.
And maybe your one is being a plumber for 35 years, and you love it, enjoy it, and you kill it. And you learn, and you're like the master skill at that, and maybe that's your why.
I don't think so though.
But being woke up,
I think the plumber would be like
is understanding you. Because some people say, well, yeah, I'm woke up, I guess, but if you say you guess, you're not.
Yeah, I like the word. I hear you. I like the word. When we talk about being awake, I like the word aware. That's what I think of, like being aware. But like you said, it's like we all one of them ones. Like we all one of one. We all one of them ones. We all got like this unique thing about us.
Yeah.
We made it out. Literally, we made it out the womb. Like,
yeah,
hopped out the womb.
You
like
have a better chance of hitting the lottery than you do being born.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
So it's like
we forget about that.
So it's like having
how important birth is.
Yeah.
Like we made it 9 months. Like we went through the most difficult. When we came out, every baby we cried for our first grasp of air. Literally.
Yeah. And just having like this, I don't know. I think it's like you said, it's like being awake is knowing why. But I think what a lot of people, what I hear, like when I like what I hear when we talk about that is a lot of people don't know why. They don't know how to find that why. I think a lot of that why is it's yours to make up. Like you get to make the why.
Yeah, and you need to have like you need to try different things. You need to try multiple things. You know, it's like me. It's like, yeah, was I dead set on Let's Link being like the only thing I was gonna do in life? Yeah, I wanted to be more in Lotus. I wanted to be As Pizza. And these people that I met As Pizza, like I shook his hand, talked to him, like, yeah, like I'm really embracing this, like, and like it was early in his career, you know, like, and like look at him now. You know, shout out Austin Babbitt, dude. I know you remember me. But it's like that right there. It's like when I realized that I wanted to, clothes wasn't it. It was the camera.
And I think another thing too that this makes me think of is like that how that why, it's an evolving thing. Like it's never. I feel like sometimes we get caught into like this, or I think sometimes purpose and meaning. Like we try to box it in, like this is my life's purpose, and it's like, for now maybe, but it's like that. Like we said, that's why I was like on the fence about that plumber thing, because it's like maybe you needed to be that plumber for 35 years, but then you go and this one house that you're working on, you find,
you create,
I don't know, you stumble upon like some book under the sink, you know. And about
what if
deep levels of knowledge.
What if he's seen something and he made a game changing invention for plumbing? And I just did a Kickstarter.
No. I'm saying like what if that takes you out completely? Outside, like because that's what happened with you with Let's Link.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah,
we was out there at the fucking skate park for a pop up. Yeah. You was selling clothes. That was your purpose at the time.
And there was 1,000 t-shirts.
I'm here to sell these clothes, but you're like, damn, I'm gonna do a video to help promote these clothes. And you realized in that moment, damn, I like making these videos. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude.
Boom. Trajectory change.
Yeah. And I didn't fight it. Yeah. I didn't say, nah, clothes is my thing.
Yeah.
I didn't fight it. So many people are fighting it, dude. They're like, nah, I want to be a musician so bad. Bro, the 38 million people that didn't get any plays on any of their music like last year, think about just try something different, bro. Yeah. Go literally walk in the park and like make a TikTok. Like you never know. You know, like I think about the dudes who like do the videos where they're not even doing them. They're like, and it's like, like they didn't even know that their face had like the expressions that they could create with the way they look had so much potential to take them to where they wanted to be. Effects. And it's like, just like I said, when you know why, or when you're awake and you don't fight it and you trust the process, things literally, they just line up for you, dude. And when I stopped, like, all right, you know, because I had a realization, like, I can still do clothes. I'm gonna make fire merch for Long Story Short one day. Yeah. I'm glad I have all the, like, look at the graphic design. Look where I came at and making videos. Yeah. I was editing my own t-shirts. Yeah. On Photoshop, dude. Like, paying for Photoshop, bro. Legitly, every month. Like, really doing my own graphics. Like, taking pictures, negatives, burning my own screens. Learning all that, like if I look back at that 1,000 t-shirt pop-up video, and I looked at the little video I made yesterday, I would be like, yo, I would go back to myself at that skate park and be like, keep going, dude. Start making meme videos today.
Today.
Like,
right now.
Don't even wait. Don't even hesitate. You think it's corny? Who cares? Keep going. Yeah. So Sammy taught me. Who cares? Post it. I don't care. Yeah. I don't care if it gets 80 views. I'm posting it. Post it. The one video I thought was going to get 0 views with Jorian, 16,000 views. Crazy. It's like whenever you just trust the process. Like, I listened to you. Hey, take this out. Add this. Yeah, okay. Who cares if it gets 100 views? I listened. I trusted the process. Yeah, iteration. There's something in those videos, too, that...
It's in that, though.
That like, one person out of 100 is going to follow.
In that creation of content and like the iteration that's necessary with that. And I think too, like you brought up how like a lot of these are like, so many people are dropping music and nobody's hearing it. I'm one of them. I'm one of them. You know what I mean? But it's like, I think the difference between what me and other artists that are taking active steps to at least get new eyes and new ears on their art and on their practice.
Yeah, you are.
Is they're iterating on these ideas, and it goes back to how that meaning is always changing. And I think being awake. We said being awake is like knowing the why. I think it's about creating the why.
But it's also
hold on. Listen, hold on. Did you hear that?
Yeah, creating
the why. What's the difference between knowing the why and creating the why?
Well, when you create the why, you know, like I said, you're experiencing new, unknown. You're embracing the unknown. Because you don't know, even though you create the why, you don't know necessarily why you're doing it. You have a decent understanding of what you're doing and why you're doing it in that moment. But I also think that, you creating the why is trying new things, creating new meme videos, creating new T-shirts or cuts or whatever.
So it's really like creating the experiences for the why to come to you.
Yeah.
Because that was what that skate park pop up was, right?
Yeah.
We didn't know it was gonna come for that. I just knew we wanted to sell clothes. We want to connect with this little community over here that we have.
And I was weird because like when that day I left, I was like, man, I kind of felt weird about how people were gonna feel about me not doing clothes no more. Some people, hey man, you should make me something. It's like, dude, I see where I could have been if I was still doing clothes now. I would have been Warren Lotus or Ass Pizza. Like my stuff was like that T-shirt with the ghost head. I did that myself, dude. And like if I look back on that, I should have printed 1,000 of those.
That shirt was hard.
Those are so fire, bro. And like people that just want the blank on the hoodies, I was like, damn, yeah, there's a lot of money there, and like I got a lot of potential, but it was like I was worried about what other people were gonna think about me, and I didn't let that get in the way. I said I'm gonna go buy a camera, I'm gonna go buy a mic. I don't care what anybody says. Oh, you don't make shirts anymore, dude? You're lame. Okay, cool. I'm lame to you.
This is okay. So this
I'm not lame to me.
I want to kind of segue because this is a good
segue. Sorry.
Motion into the word of the week this week.
Word of the week
with making progress, which was it came to me the other day. Posture. So what you did was you changed your posture. Like in a metaphorical way, you changed how people were looking at you, and that's a hard thing to do because people already when they thought of you, they already had a preconceived notion of how you held yourself.
Yeah.
So you had to you changed your posture, but like first there's a little bit of resistance there, but you had to change how somebody else thought of you in order for you to move on into something else.
Yeah.
You know?
I had to literally not care. Like I said in TikTok earlier, I said if you really don't care about how people see you and think about you, shave your head. Shave your head. You got a head full of hair right now. Shave your head. Buzz cut it. You don't even have to go bald. Buzz cut your head. See how many of your friends disown you. See how many people, they just call you crazy. They say you're losing it. But you're just doing a social experiment. All them people that say you're crazy, you're losing it, those are the people ain't even there for you. They're just waiting for you to get you shine, and they're gonna hop on the bandwagon. And I'm really good about kicking people off the bandwagon. You know, and I'm so good at it that I probably kicked off some people that I shouldn't have. But it's the why. It led me to knowing things, like Ray. And for the people that don't know Ray, he's the guy that like really pushed me. He was like, hey man, you should put some of these clips on TikTok. And I was like, nah, I'm not really doing that. And he's like, well, I'll make you some and just post them. And I was like, okay, cool. Whatever. The first 3 I posted, they went crazy. And then, that push from Ray. Would I ever use TikTok? Yeah, probably 4 or 5 months after that, and thought it was a dancing app still.
Yeah, back when everybody thought it was
like
still
literally.
App,
and then people are like, dude, why are you posting to TikTok? You don't even dance. I'm like, that's the point. I'm changing the conversation. TikTok's not about dancing. It's about content.
Discovery too, really.
And that's what it is. I think TikTok opened the lane for all these other social medias to have discovery. YouTube has discovery shorts, Reels, Instagram. Facebook Reels, with TikTok, obviously it's nothing but discovery, but yeah.
So posture. I'm gonna go over these definitions real quick. Just kind of set the stage with it. So I real quick as like a. So I actually thought about the word came to me. I'll tell you when I got the inspiration for the word. I was looking somebody a friend I'd met in St. Louis had posted on a story a definition of fashion, and it was talking about the way. Hold on, let me look this up. It was essentially. Oh fuck it. Damn.
You're okay.
Third.
And I think it's like it's not even.
It's not like a thing. But
the only thing I said about the cuss words is because I heard something the other day where it was contamination, and those things contaminate.
They do.
And yeah.
They do.
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing with like we were talking about with giving when we were talking about how like oftentimes we'll give a pronoun to something much greater than than a pronoun. Like when we talk about all or source or God, we say him or we say her, or like we give it a human characteristic or a component when it's bigger than that. But that's because it's in our consciousness. So it's the same thing with the cussing.
That's how we understand it.
It's like it becomes such a part of the script and the program and the way that we talk to ourselves. But I think it does contaminate a little bit, like whether we realize it or not. Like
because I think back every time I say God, and it's like, well, I don't think his name is God or its name is God. And then you think back to it or thing or all, and then like you said, we're all the one because it's in us.
I like God.
Like
I've been using the word God a lot more recently because I had kind of jumped away from it because there was this natural connotation. There was a connotation. There was a connotation in my mind because I grew up in the church and I didn't want to have that.
I like the all
type of thing, but like universe, source, like whatever you want to use. You know what I mean? As long as we know that we're talking about something greater,
it's a higher power for sure.
Not even greater. Greater, and also we've wove within all of us and all of this. It's like it's the thing that holds everything together.
It's the glue in our DNA.
It's the glue, literally.
No matter how much melanin you got, I have 0, but we still.
You don't have 0.
How much do I got?
You're just recessive.
I got pink.
Doesn't mean you have 0. You have melanin.
I wonder if there's a way they're gonna be able to figure out how to like change our skin color. Like we could just take a pill and like. But besides all that stuff,
they probably getting there.
Just what was he touching on?
I was talking about how where posture came from. I was looking at this definition of fashion. Let me look this up real quick.
And I'm kind of curious about what this guy had to say about fashion because St. Louis is the most dangerous city in America right now.
That's crazy.
Which is crazy to think that you have a nice friend from St. Louis. And I have a lot of good friends from St. Louis, but it's the most dangerous. And we're really... And for everybody that's drove up north, I just want to say this. When you leave Missouri, that's when you leave the mountains, bro.
Check this. So I'll screenshot it so we put it in a thing. Fashion is a form of self-expression. This is from Google. What is fashion? Fashion is a form of self-expression with a specific context, such as time, place, and purpose. Example of these are clothing, footwear, lifestyle accessories, makeup, hairstyle, and body posture. That last one, I was like, body posture. I was like, yeah. Because when you wear certain things, you hold yourself a certain way.
Of course. That's why girls wear crop tops.
And it was like...
why girls wear what they wear, and men don't understand that part of fashion. They do, some of them, obviously, the guys who got swag, but the guys who are just
not even swag, though. It's like even the cat that wears a suit every day.
Yeah. I was just about to land
when you wear a suit, you walk a certain way.
Oh yeah. You
wear a nice tailored suit, you walk a certain way.
Your chest out, your back, your hand in your pocket, you're gonna look good.
But it was just that last thing, like it caught me.
It's
I was
funny
like,
you thought about we should dress up in suits and walk like we're wearing t-shirts and shorts.
Yeah. I was thinking today for when we go to the events and stuff tonight for Fashion Week, we should do. I was thinking of I was trying to think of something like a way to incorporate like that posture. Like, what's your if you could like strike a pose.
Well, I think everybody has their pose.
Like everybody's got a pose. Like, what's your pose right now?
And I think what you just said, hey, strike a pose. That should be your thing.
Yeah.
And then when you know that whenever you tell somebody to strike a pose, you're checking their posture, and you might enlighten them like, "Yo, you got good posture." and you drop in a little bit of subliminal, you know. And I think that's the thing that I've learned too, is like how I'm going to be able to do my street interviews and impact people without them even knowing. Even though they're kind of inebriated, it's like, how can I get to these people without them kind of not knowing?
Where they wake up in the morning, they think about that conversation.
A little bit,
that
yeah.
interaction.
Like, man, that guy really asked me what I was afraid of, and I said it. You know, any sober moment, ask me what I'm afraid of. I'm not going to tell you when I'm sober.
Yeah,
when I'm got the courage juice, a little liquid courage is what we used to call it.
Yeah.
You know, a little courage in me, and truth comes out.
Yeah.
What you afraid of? I'm fire ants. Can't stand them. You know, but you would have never told me what you were really afraid of if I would have asked you.
Yeah.
Just like when you go to a therapist. You don't want to talk to him because you don't really want to get the truth off of your chest. Yeah. He's just trying to get it off your chest. And isn't that crazy? A therapist, they're like, all right, I got a client coming in and he's going through it. Imagine D'Angelo. You know, D'Angelo's coming in, baby mama, family, etc. It's like, how do you help this person? Well, they gotta relieve that. Like a fighter, he fights because he's relieving now. I get video because I relieve, you know, my pain too. It goes both ways, I think, too. And that's knowing part of being awake.
Yeah. So,
you know?
Posture. It's such a, like, the word just stuck out to me. And was like.
Because when you say posture, I think, like, hey, sit up straight. But also when I think of posture now, it's like, well, I have certain posture, like I'm sitting right here. But if I was in
different postures allow for different.
If I was in if you were like
occasions, right?
I didn't know you, I'd be sitting a little bit there. I'd be sitting, you know, a little bit more back straightened up, and maybe I look a little bit more.
Or maybe like we in the trap or something, you might be a little bit more like, you know, like like you had you know, like the way we might have been sitting at that conference that we went to in Bentonville, at Crystal Bridges. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like there's a different posture you take on.
Fuck yeah, it's right there, especially right there in those moments.
And I just thought it was interesting how, like, I thought it was interesting, one, with myself, how posture, or with ourselves, how posture influences the way that we're thinking in the moment. And that made me think, damn, that's also how posture is affecting how other people are thinking about us in the moment. You know, so little definition: the position in which someone holds their body when standing or sitting. Right? So now it's like very surface, like, oh, duh, that's your posture, right?
Yeah.
But like if you look deeper into it, so we go to the etymology of it. Posture comes from a position or a situation or disposition of several parts of anything with respect to one another or a particular purpose, especially of the body. Pose. from French, posture. From Italian, postura, the position, or Latin, positura, position, station. The stem of it is the pon, or the po.
Yeah, sorry for the P's. We don't have the
it's a great word.
P blocker right here.
We don't have the P blocker.
You could put the thing on there. It might help you out the screen.
But yeah, to put or to place.
Yeah.
So like the figurative sense of a state of being or attitude in relation to circumstances. So no, it's not just how you hold in your body. It's your attitude and the relation of your attitude and your state of being to a specific circumstance.
Yeah.
So, and that connects back to why the posture connects to fashion, because the fashion is our posture, how we fashion ourselves, how we put ourselves together, how we place things on our body. You know, like, you know what I'm saying?
You thought you were going to get out, huh?
You thought you was going to get out.
You thought you were going to slide on by me without me hearing you, huh?
Yeah.
Well, it's 3 a.m, buddy. Nobody's in the fridge at 3 a.m. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. How we put ourselves together. Wow. You brought a genuine smile to my face.
Man.
Wow.
Yeah. How you put? Because we say that too. Like, oh, you cleaned up nice. You put yourself together. I gotta put myself together.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like really like fixing your posture, like fixing yourself. But that makes me that helps us get into this question. So I want to ask.
Before you ask.
Yeah.
Speaking of all this posture, you know, my dad used to tell me this back in the day. He's like, you know, you need to set up straight. You need to have good posture. You know, and like talking about this, I'm seeing that image over and over, and now I'm understanding why He was telling me that a little bit more. Then I didn't understand, and I was like, well, why? Why do I got to set up for these people that I don't fucking know? Well, you don't know who's in the crowd. That's the exact thing. What if it's Clint Eastwood's, manager, and he's looking for you anyway, and you don't even know it. All you had to do was just sit up straight or walk straight.
So what would you say
like
then?
That Marine go follow a Marine walking.
You ain't gonna keep up.
You can't even keep up walking with this guy.
You couldn't keep up.
I'm talking
on a mission,
bro. I'm like perfect, like, bro. Hit the corners, bro. Turning his whole body when if he's hitting the corner,
right angles.
I'm like, dude, I'm a civilian. There's
this guy's different.
And I remember that day I came back from work and I was like, bro, you won't believe this Marine dusted me.
Yeah, you
walking
lit about it. Yeah.
Because I had a realization right there.
Yeah.
Like, look how he carries himself. He hasn't been in the military for 5 years. He still walks with the pride. He still walks with the respect for the people that died when he went to go fight. Yeah, he might have been 17 at the time, but now he realizes why he walks that way, for his fallen brothers and sisters. And that's the thing is yeah, war is ugly and all that's ugly, but those dudes fought for whatever we have here, so we can wake up and go rob a bank if we wanted to. But we don't, because we have the freedom to
wake
to
up
speak
and
our
give
mind
away $1 million
right here. Yeah, and
Yeah.
and we have the freedom though to speak our mind and talk freely. Our electric's not getting shut off at night for no reason. Our Wi-Fi's not getting shut off.
Yeah,
we don't have to have a certain number of presidents in the house. And just like I said, he hasn't been in the military for 4 or 5 years, and the way he walks, he carries himself with that respect, and that, like I said, literally. I tried to keep up with him, dude, and I just couldn't do it. And I was mad at myself because we think of the military people.
Marines have ecstatic. No, that's not the word. Marines have dramatic posture, bro.
Crazy. His stuff was
posture.
Dude, when I tell you, bro, even when he sat down in a chair, it's like he knew, his body was already trained, how he sat in Marine school or boot camp. He was like, because they tell him to. If you don't sit up a certain way in the Marines, what's going to happen? You're probably going to do some push-ups or something.
Yeah.
You're going to fix your posture real quick, buddy.
Yeah.
And it made me realize, dude, I take shit for granted way too much, dude. This dude dusted me walking.
He dusted you, bro.
Hasn't been in the military 4 years. Dusted me walking, and the way he walked, carried himself. One of the bosses walked in the orientation and goes, "You're a military man." He's like, I can tell you, I could see it written on your face. You want to shoot somebody right now. And the guy goes, "Yes, sir, Marine Corps."
Straight face.
Like that's it. "Yes, sir, Marine Corps." Boom. Oh, shit, this dude's a Marine. And everybody in the room, it was you thought he was kind of weird because he didn't talk a lot. And because he actually went to shoot innocent people in Iraq for no reason. He knew that they were shooting at him, and he was just shooting to protect himself. But those people didn't. We didn't have no reason being over there. And that's the quietness in the room you get, is that Marine knowing, why he said the way he said it the way he said. He didn't have to explain anything. Marine Corps.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. This dude served. He said he's 2017. He was in Iraq. And it's just like that, man. It's like I said. We might have thought this guy had Asperger's syndrome or something, but nah, he's just really been through life, and we don't respect life enough.
What's a situation in your life where you've came to realize the importance of when's a time in your life where you realized how your posture was affecting your communication and your interaction with other people?
Well, it's when I go to sit down at the DMV. And I remember the first time I went by myself, and I see all these guys younger than me in there, the way they sit. Yeah, I might dress a certain way. I might dress like a young guy, but I don't sit like that. I got a little respect for myself. I sit up straight. I sit up like somebody come in and start shooting a DMV up so I can get out of there. I don't want to be, next thing you know, somebody comes in the DMV, public place. God forbid they don't, but this is America. You never know.
Sheesh.
Anywhere's a target. So it's like that. I learned when I walked down DMV, I was like, well, the DMV lady's talking to this kid a certain way because he is sitting like he didn't care. but he needed to care because he's about to get his driver's license photo taken. And the lady, you could hear though how the lady's talking to him. She can tell that he doesn't care by the way he's sitting down, and that rang a bell in my head. Oh, if I sit correct, she's gonna respect me when I go up there. She's not gonna say, "Give me your money." She's gonna say, "How can I help you?" It's gonna be a little bit more respectful because I'm earning that respect from her, rather than she's been there for 8 hours. At least I can do a sit up straight. That moment right there, being in the DMV, knowing like by myself, like, oh, this is what it's like to be an adult. Sit correctly, look like you care a little bit, bro. You could tell, you could look at somebody and tell they don't care, bro. It's weird, and like that specific situation, I'll never forget that, because you can go into the DMV today, look at all the punk kids getting a driver's license, thinking they're cool and shit with their fucking haircut and shit. 10 years from now, they're gonna look back on life and be like, that didn't even matter. Should have been worried about saving money. Screw a $60 haircut so my homies can dab me up and say, cool. That's cool, fool. Come on, bro. You know what's way cooler, fool? Saving your money, cutting your own hair. Who cares what you look like, really, right? Well,
yeah,
and that's broad, but like, listen,
that.
man, go to the barber college. Give somebody else an opportunity.
Yeah.
Your homeboy's starting a haircut business. Go get your hair cut by him.
Right.
Who cares if he doesn't have his license yet?
Yeah.
That's your homeboy, right?
Yeah.
Come on, man. You know.
'Cause I think there is value in, because I think that goes back to posture and how we hold yourself. I think there is value in investing in yourself in that way, like investing in your image and investing in how you look.
Correct.
You know what I mean? That's why luxury is such a massive industry, because people like to feel like nice things make people feel nice.
Yeah, true.
At least on the surface, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It might be a Band-Aid.
That's where the money buys happiness.
It might be a Band-Aid, but yeah.
Thing. Oh, they say money can't buy happiness, but I can buy a pound of Coke. Well, okay, well, yeah, obviously. But are you really happy? No. You're buying a pound of Coke.
Let's talk about mental posture.
But like I said, the DMV and noticing your surroundings, man, that'll show you who cares and who doesn't.
Let's talk about mental posture, because that story kind of makes me think, like, you know, it sucks that, you know, that was even in your consciousness, that like, shit, what if somebody fucking runs up in this bitch? I gotta be ready.
That's the first thing I think of, dude.
That's
when
crazy.
I go to Walmart or wherever I go, and that's what I'm saying. That's
because I don't think.
Listen,
about that
and that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna be the dude who's in the store saving lives, and I'm a felon. So I'm gonna be in the store hearing a gunshot and be like, "Well, damn, I'm armed," and I'll go to jail for the people that's in that building because I want to get out. So it's like I'm risking my freedom to save lives at this point, and I think about that because you never know. And it scares me that one time, like I hear that gunshots in Walmart, and when you hear a gunshot inside a store, you
have you been in a situation like that?
Yeah.
Really?
Hell yeah.
Hold on.
I've heard a
in
gunshot
a store
in a building. Yes.
In a building.
And wanted to immediately, like, you get scared because you're unarmed. Like, and there's a dude, bang, bang. It's getting closer. You know, it's like, holy shit. This guy's not even 4 aisles down the thing from me, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't a store, but it was a building, and I got to hear the sounds and like what chaos sounds like. Are people screaming and like.
Wait, hold on. Back up, because I want to know this story. Can you tell this story?
Yeah, I can tell the story.
Tell the story.
So I was like 18, 19. We're at a party. We're in a club. It's a building right here off of 71. And everything's going good. It's a packed house, you know. Kids are dancing. We're all having a good time. People smoking herb, whatever. You hear this, like, weird sound. And then the music stops. Then you hear it again, and it's like, uh-oh, gun. Because you're a human, your mind registers. You hear you know what a gun sounds like. And when you hear it in a building, it's like, fuck, dude, it's way different. Because it's like all the sounds right there. It doesn't leave. And it's like, you know, you hear one, then you hear another one. And then you know, you being unarmed, you're thinking, I just need to get out of here. I don't care where I'm going. And people were just, like, laying on the ground. They weren't even trying to move. And, like, I think about that situation, like, man, I ain't getting scared, dude. I'm leaving. I'll run towards the dude if I have to. That's the only way out. You know, I'll try. You know, maybe the dude behind me tackles him, but just that, like, seeing people panic and not not being able to handle a
That
situation.
was at a club though.
It's at a club, and then a couple years later, that dude in Walmart.
Yeah, because
And
it
a
has
couple years
happened.
later,
Yeah, it has happened
and
in
like
public
just
places.
hearing those sounds of like when
I
I was
think-
young,
Yeah.
and like when I go to a store and I think about that video or like where that everybody's in Walmart, nobody's noticing a guy walking with an AR, and I'm in the back at whatever I'm doing in Walmart looking at cheese. Boom, front door, bang, bang. All you hear is just gunshots, and the greeter doesn't have a gun, obviously, most of the time. Does Data have a gun? No. So he's just taking out people. So it's like, yeah, if you're in the store and somebody's there to target or whatever, because you never know, it's like, yeah, I want to be prepared. I'll take the risk of getting pulled over and going to jail, and for my freedom, for lives that I could potentially save. Because every time I have went, and even though this is on record or whatever, I have went to wherever, doing what I'm not supposed to be doing, allegedly. I mean, I come home safe. It's not like I'm out there being a gangster, like flashing my gun. This is New York. I think it's like, just, can you ever be too safe? No, not in America. When anybody could get upset and then they just want to take it out on that location. It doesn't have to have any meaning anymore. It's like, and that's the sad part, And I'm not saying that those things happen, man. And I'm not saying like, hey, dwell on the worst, but when you've been in certain situations and you know that things can happen,
it's imprinted on your mind, like that's there. I think that's like why I don't.
rather
I've
have
never
that
been in a
there and,
situation
like-
like that, so that just does not run through my consciousness at all.
right? And like I could see that for
But
somebody.
it is like a. I mean,
and it's just like your safety, everybody else's safety, and it's
Yeah.
like a private thing.
yeah.
You have a firearm, nobody else does. It's only for your protection. You're not gunslinging Jody. You're not Jesse James. Like, you're just a civilian who's protecting themselves. At the end of the day, it's like, and I think about that though, especially about those like stores, like the grocery store, the Walmart, where you're so vulnerable. Like, you're just there getting groceries. You hear a dude start firing off a gun in a store, playing saxophone music,
What's the opposite of a gun?
like a crossbow.
No, opposite. If what's the opposite of a weapon?
Like a not a weapon.
What's not a weapon?
Well, I mean, that's crazy too. It's like our arms are weapons.
Ah.
A karate teacher told me this. It was funny. He's like, think of your arm as a tree branch. He's like, you got a pretty decent sized tree branch right there. And I was like, dude. He's like, you start swinging that tree branch, what's gonna happen? I was like, And that's when I realized, as the older we get,
Arms.
like, we have potential as we get older as men.
Hold on, check that. Arm.
Posture.
No, arms. We got arms. We got arms.
Yeah.
Weapons.
Yeah.
that was just crazy that you just.
that is crazy.
We got arms.
He said that, but yeah, I mean, like he said, hey, think of your arm as a tree branch, and I did. I thought about it that day,
Arm is also an anagram for Mars.
and I thought about how hard I could hit somebody with this, and I could kill them.
You switch around the letters in arms, makes Mars. Mars is, you know what Mars is in Greek mythology?
Drop it on me.
God of War.
God of War. Maybe that's why Elon wants to land on Mars. Thinks there's God of War down there.
I think it's Greek. It might be Roman. No, Ares is the Roman one. Ares and Mars are the same thing.
Well, it makes sense too. Arms, God of War.
But that doesn't mean that.
arms.
I think also too,
The gun is the ultimate.
yeah.
Like, what, a nuke, a gun, then a nuke. Cannon, tank. Come on. But it's gun, then
What's-
bombs, and
But now the ultimate isn't any of those. I feel like the ultimate now is beyond the physical. It's a mental thing. And I think that's why, like,
well, once somebody is able to completely manipulate somebody, like,
yeah,
it's over,
yeah.
and that person is gonna. I mean, would you tell somebody if you figured it out?
If I figured it out,
Yeah. Or like, if you could, like, if I could take control of your mind right now without even, well, just sitting here in conscience, like override you, like, I'm like in your conscience right now, like I'm over,
yeah.
like I'm telling you, like, nah, you ain't gonna do this, you're gonna go do this right now, boom, and like you're like AI, you're like, I'm going to do it right now. That, and like we're kind of close to that.
We talk about
That trance.
that the connection between our mental posture and our physical posture, like how we, where we're, our state of being mentally and our state of being, because that's what the posture is, right? This is a state of being in a circumstance. So like the state of our mind and the state of our body and the connection between those two things, and how you saying that like we our experiences shape the way in which our mind holds itself. You know, because like we were just saying, like I've never been in a situation like that, like a super like chaotic, dire, like life or death. I haven't been in that type of situation. God, you know, like God bless, you know, but like that's been a reality for a lot of people, you know, and a lot of our people, like, and a lot of just humanity in general. Like there's a lot of that kind of distress and trauma that's on the brain, and it does affect how people kind of move into certain situations.
We're built on survival. We're not built to be comfortable. You know, you look at the lost tribes that are still in the Amazon today. You know, they hunt other women in other tribes, kill them in so they could still reproduce. And that's how it's always been since the beginning of humans. Is we've been here to survive, like literally. And like, what do we do every day? We survive. Like, yes, we are attending to things that we want to grow and we want to nurture, but at the end of the day, I'm trying to survive. You're trying to survive. You know, and that's where that natural instinct of trauma comes in. And yes, now we're able to have a little bit of relief because we don't have to worry about fighting another tribe, you know, to get a woman. But we forget where our instincts was. Like I said, like we were surviving, and you can't inbreed, and they knew that. So they knew that they couldn't inbreed. They had to breed with like not them, and they understood that, and that's so key to life. We would have never been where we are today with inbreeding. Would have never happened, you know. And I think about that. I think about like the tribes and whatever, the lost cultures that are still out there in 2023 that are untouched still, far and few, but they're out there. Those people are surviving. They kill white dudes, they take their woman. Yeah, it might sound bad what they do, but they're trying to survive. That's all they're trying to do is keep their legacy going. They don't know no better, you know. And that's it. That's humans. We're built to survive, bro, and we have. Look at us. You know, you can get your hairline back with the hairs out of the back of your head. Back in the day, we didn't care about a haircut when you were trying to survive, eat, stay warm during the winter. Making sure a dinosaur didn't step on you.
Well, it's like,
or whatever. You know, we were surviving.
Yeah.
Yeah, and America was covered up by what, the ice storm or ice age. Well, there was some humans that were still surviving somewhere else on this planet. And it's, you know, if they can go back to the last ice age, like, oh, this is where. Well, there was a few of us. Not everybody got shut out by the ice. There's no way. On the other side of the world, get out of here. Yeah, probably most of the world, but it wasn't like ice everywhere. No, it was. We wouldn't have been here. And I don't like the fact that people say, well, we've evolved and this and that. Like, no, we've always been here. We've evolved into what we are today. You know, something that happened in the last ice age, yeah, we survived, and we dramatically elevated in knowledge, and we understood survival. And that's where we are today. I don't think that we came from any other animal. We are animals. So we have been here.
I think we came from every other animal.
Well, even that, we're superior. Polar bears ain't superior. Yeah, they're big, 700, 800 pounds. They're almost extinct. The biggest bear, you know? And you think about alligators and all the reptiles that's been here, and their evolution hasn't changed much at all. And it's like, well, if an alligator is still there, well, we were back there with them too. And we probably looked a little bit different than we do now, yes, but we've always been here. We can't say like, oh, an alien but it's here. Like, no, we're humans. We're a type of animal.
I don't think you could say either or because you weren't there.
No, but I mean, like, this is Earth. You know, there's life here, and we've always been here. Because this
Yeah.
is life.
Yeah. Because there's no separation. There is no superior, really, because we are the polar bear and we are the alligator.
Yeah.
We have both of those aspects of our
We can
consciousness.
kill them.
But I think the difference is, no.
Well,
Yeah,
not
we
even
can
that.
kill them.
It's we understand. They only see, they'll run from us. They don't want to. The only time that they're going to be defensive is what? If they're really hungry or they're scared. They're so scared
Because they're
that they survive.
Uh-huh.
And that's it.
Yeah.
And we've survived.
Mm-hmm.
We know everything has a heart. It'll die.
Are you familiar with the chakra system?
A little bit. I'm not like totally, but recently with the energy and stuff that I have been talking about and the things that have happened recently, yes, I've actually been
Are you familiar with the rainbow?
No. Not like what you're probably saying.
Well, do you know about the rainbow, right?
Right.
So you know that we have 7 colors in the visible light spectrum.
Yes.
And you know that those colors range from red to orange to yellow to green to blue to violet.
Right.
So those 7 colors correspond to light, right? They're different wavelengths of light, different frequencies of light. Red vibrates at a very slow rate, and blue and violet oscillate at a much higher rate. So if we look at vibration and we look at the waves, when we say like we say things like, "Oh, that's like a low vibration," so it's like, or it's like a part of our lower nature,
or
right?
mid vibes.
Well, walk with me.
I'm sorry, I had to say it.
Walk with me.
I'm walking.
So like the low vibration, like that's like a low vibration. That's primal. That's like survival. Well, that low vibration, that long wave is red, and the red corresponds to our root, the root chakra of our energy system, and that root, that base is at the base of our spine, and it has to do with survival and safety, security. That's what it's concerned with. That level of consciousness is concerned with survival.
Yeah. Safety is survival.
But it's funny because what else is red? Mars. What does Mars have to do with? Protection. Like going to war, like the god of war. Like we go to war to protect. That's when we go to war. We go to war so we protect the things around us and ourselves. So it's just like, I don't know, you saying, it just made me think like how you said, because you said that we're superior, right? Which I think that we are. Like, I think that's the beauty of being a human.
We are.
Because we have all the lower stuff, but what's different about us is that we have these higher systems that allow us to move into situations and approach circumstances with a higher level of consciousness.
Right, and as humans, we
higher frequency.
We share information. You know, a gorilla. If a silverback gorilla could share information, he would dominate.
What do you mean by
us.
share? Because I think they do share information, but what do you mean when you say like share information? How do we share information in a way that's different than a gorilla?
So when I look a gorilla in the eyes, he's gonna be like, threat. He's intimidating me. He wants to fight. I just looked him in the eyes. He doesn't understand that all I did was I just looked him in the eyes. He doesn't think that. He thinks, no, intimidation, fight. They don't comprehend, expressions, etc. Yes, they do a little bit. They have emotions.
Body language is the first language.
But they're not sharing the information. They're not saying, hey, other gorilla,
don't come in peace.
Don't do this.
That was the thing. Like, I come in peace.
It's like when the silver gorilla comes out and he makes everybody sure that he's big silver gorilla. They know. They don't say no. You're just like us. No, they don't share that. He is daddy. They are not daddy. They don't share information like we do. Hey, don't do this. Do this. That's how we've evolved as humans. We've shared knowledge. We haven't. Gorillas will be like, fight. Okay, fight. They don't even know why they're fighting. It's just survival. If the gorilla was to know it can turn off when it wants to fight, it would immediately be smarter. Oh, I can choose when I want to fight? Because, hence, this lady's going to the zoo for 10 years. She's taking pictures of this gorilla, looking him in the eyes. The zoo's telling her, lady, the gorilla does not know you're just taking pictures of it, and it doesn't know that you're just being nice. The gorilla is so mad one day because the lady's looking at him in the eyes. It escapes and goes and attacks this lady.
Yeah. Because
all it knew was, oh, if something else looks me in the eyes, it's game on. It's survival. You know, they don't know how to share information. They don't know how to. They do share certain information, like food, because the baby's hung on the mama monkey for like 9 years figuring out how to eat.
I think what you're trying to say is that they only operate from a certain level of consciousness.
Yes, and they don't like I said, if the gorilla could know, like, Karen, you're stupid, get out of here. It doesn't. It doesn't know Karen. It doesn't know. It knows you're looking it in the eyes. And for the last 10,000 years, his ancestors or animals, you don't look them in the eyes. As humans, we've learned. Yeah, we probably shouldn't look gorillas in the eyes because that's an intimidation factor for them. We've learned their language a little bit, and it's simplistic. It's survival. It's not, hey, let's not fight. Let's actually build a hut together and kind of chill and just.
Can we just chill?
Another silverback gorilla got the same DNA coming up. You know, chill. What is that? Yeah, he would chill.
All the little homies like built a tree house.
It's like they see another silverback, they're like, enemy, bro. Y'all the same. Yeah. Nah, enemy. They don't know. Hey, let's just chill, fam. They don't got. It ain't there. And that's what you see in animals. When you look at a dog though that's been domesticated, what do you see? He looking up at you like. He could damn near talk. When he need to go outside, he'll bark at you, go to the door, or he'll just go to the bathroom in a place and look at you. But they looking at you because they're domesticated to a certain point. But at the end of the day, these dogs and cats, where did they start out as? Look at a tiger and a lion. You know, they're in the same family. Cats, a lion, a domesticated cat, and a lion are the same thing. Basically, they caught a couple bobcats and they domesticated them back in the day. Bobcat's still wild. Mountain lion's still real. You know, I think about the dogs. Yeah, pit bull, you hear it all the time. Oh, they're nice animals. Yeah, but when they fight, they're so vicious. They break your wrists. They break bones. They're vicious animals because they can't comprehend. Like, oh, this is my owner. He's good to me. He just knows treat, food. This thing gives me food. He likes to eat different things. He can smell what you're cooking way before you start to cook it because they're, and you think about that. But at the end of the day, he can still bite you and get pissed off a little bit. But they're built to survive. And it's like if you're not getting fed enough, you back a dog up into a corner, it's eventually going to bite you. Yeah. And that's the thing. They don't know that you're just giving them food because they're a good boy. They just think you're giving them food, and when you stop giving it to them, they start pissing on your bed and ripping the pillow up. And what are they doing? They ain't getting food. They ain't surviving, they feel like. So they're going back to their natural instinct. Cats are a little bit different, though. I think cats, we've learned not to fuck with them because they will dominate us, scratch our face and stuff. But that part,
That's why I asked about this, if you knew about the chakra system, because it's a lot of, like, we're talking about, like, operating from different levels of vibration, operating from different levels of consciousness.
Everybody's on their own frequency.
And it's like somebody that's operating from that root, from that Martian survival, like, aspect of themselves is, if you've ever had a conversation with somebody that's operating from that,
it's terrible.
It's not fun. Like, you have to come with you have to operate so, like, fully from a higher state, generally from the heart,
bro,
like, to be able to, like,
it's tough,
but you can, though. I think that's the power of, like, well,
see, the people that can are far from few, and like me and you, we're part of that 1% that can understand that these people are on that frequency, because it's like a kid at work. Nobody likes him. He talks about World of Warcraft, etc. He's on a blue, purple frequencies. Go go go, zippy zippy, yappa yappa. Hey yeah. You just gotta.
I don't think that. If you're playing World of Warcraft, I don't think no, because I think you're
Well,
playing
like
World
his
of Warcraft.
energy,
You're not operating from
like his energy.
Well, I think if you understand what the blue and because the blue is what?
Well,
It's the fifth. It's the fifth level. That's here. That's the throat. So when we talk about throat, we're talking about like speaking. We're talking about communication.
And this talks a lot, but it's a little bit different. It's not just one. It's actually a mix of a couple of colors. It's not just one solid.
Well, it's never just one color.
Nah, if he's just operating on red, now I don't really want to be around him anyways. But somebody that like you can see who's in, like we said, we understand how to. I'm bringing myself way down here to talk to Tyler. Like, do I want to hear him slaying dungeons and all this other stuff, and he's showing me dark theories on Pokemon? It's like, I could be up here and be like, yo, shut the F up. I don't want to watch this. But I don't. I have a heart, and, like, I bring myself down to make it kind of like, the human experience. Not, oh, well, I'm up here. He's still kind of, it's like, nah, I'm going to bring myself down here because, like,
you might be able to learn something.
I'm learning something every time I do that.
Yeah.
Like, the human experience, not pushing myself away, bro. And I've done that recently. And now that I don't, yes, is it killing me inside? Like, what I really want to say, even though I don't say it, I'm not contaminating nothing. I'm not giving no energy into that. Yeah, is it coming in my head? Because I'm human. That's how the monkey brain works. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's always going to be this dude's stupid idiot. It's because that's sad that's been programmed into us. So it's like, yeah, I love bringing myself down to those levels because that person Tyler has a heart. He's not a nerd. He's not nothing. He's Tyler.
Yeah.
And he knows why he's here and what he wants to do.
It's like meeting somebody where they're at, right?
Yeah.
And that's the power of posture. If you've ever noticed, when two people like are really locked in with each other, you ever seen two best friends sitting on a bench?
Yeah.
They sit the same way.
They almost look the same.
And it's because there's a connection. There's actually something that happens when there's this crazy video of like, essentially it's a demonstration of what happens when two rhythmic sources get into proximity of each other. So there's this crazy video of metronomes. You know what a metronome is?
Mm-hmm. Well,
100 of them.
All right.
All on one table.
Okay.
Eventually, they're all going crazy. All going different directions, different times. They all started at different times. Eventually, all those metronomes start to go at the same rate. They go from this chaotic, dissonant, like everybody's doing their own thing, and eventually, because they're all in such a close proximity, and they're all, I think also in the experiment, like they're all the platform that they're sitting on is like suspended in some way, so it's like they're all connected by that platform, like they're all tuned into the same. Right. They're all on the same playing field. Yeah. The same playing the plane. So like if you play with somebody, like a conversation is play, right? Mm-hmm. So if I decide to jump into a conversation with you, you look at us right now. Look at our legs. I got one up. I got one out. You got one up. You got one. And it's because like we're playing, like we're locked in with each other. There's a sense of they say like rapport. Yeah. And when you gain rapport, you get on somebody's. You gain rapport with somebody, like you're locked in with them. You can have
and what we're noticing, or like what we're talking about right now, is what D'Angelo sees in a different light. He said, when he asked me if me and you were dating, it was like, bro, what are you talking about? He doesn't see the frequency that we're on together. We're on the same vibration. We're on the same frequency. We're really close to each other, one of the two. And it's like, to the outsider, it might seem like, because they're not thinking in that manner of vibrations and frequency and that everything resonates and has a sound. They don't understand that, and that everything does have energy. And when you are close to somebody with the same energy as you, It's like, bro, it's like Famo brought me up here and I haven't seen him since that day. That's how it feels. That's literally how it feels. That day when he turned around, that was it. It was like, that's what I needed Famo to bring me to you.
Yeah.
It was the to the why. It was the, does that make sense? Because I think about that. I look back, I'm like, dude, that's what it feels like. Austin introduced me to you. We set it off.
Yeah.
And at first I thought, damn, Tylo's fucking weird. But there was something about you. I was like, but there's something there. It's like, what is that? And I didn't really know.
I was unsure about you to begin with because I didn't know how we would connect mentally.
That's what I'm saying.
Because I thought you was just doing your own thing over here, but it's also like the imagery with Let's Link and stuff like that. So it wasn't. I was just like, I don't know if we vibe like that. Like I was like, I don't know if we vibe.
And we didn't, but we did it, and just enough
until we got to know each other, right?
Right. But also too, I remember those first few months was like I said, when I walked to the door, I have respect for the place. I felt a certain type of way. I felt the way you was coming off. I knew that you were serious. I knew like the people that were telling me, hey, you need to stick with Tylo, they knew something that I didn't even see. And I think about that. I think about the energy that you gave me and was like, yo, I gotta respect this, like to the utmost, like I'm your employee is what I felt like a little bit, that's kind of the respect I was like putting out. And like I didn't want to mess nothing up. I didn't want to do nothing crazy and like whatever. It was like, be humble, be respectful and stuff like that. And I still have that to this day, but that frequency of us understanding, like I noticed that I listen to you, and I don't ever do that to nobody. I'm stubborn as fuck. I don't like listening to nobody because most people have nothing to say, or what they say is negative energy or contaminating their atmosphere, and they don't even know it. And listening to you, like shutting up and just listening to you was so important to me. I was like, holy shit, this dude's like giving me what I need to hear. Not, yeah, you're doing good, bro. Bro, hell yeah, that's chill, cool. It's chill. Like, bro, if you would have started doing that,
dope.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have showed back up. But you were like, nah, yeah, you should try this. Maybe we should do this. You actually cared. And then
there was a pushback.
And then how you listen, like right now, like the way you look, it might seem like you're not listening to me, and it kind of threw me off. But then it made me realize, no, that's what somebody looks like when they are listening to you. You just haven't recognized it yet, and not knowing that you were looking at me like you are right now, like you're listening to me. I thought you were just like giving me an expression, like what you were thinking in your head, like this ain't gonna work. This kid's retarded. He's stupid. Like no, you were like literally
dumb. No.
Like tuning into my words, and that's how you were actually being in the moment with me, and the way you were looking at me was your honest, true expression of you caring. It wasn't, nah, he doesn't care. But that's sad that I thought you didn't care, but I still kept talking and whatever, and you still give me feedback because I learned, like, no, that's what it looks like when somebody does care about you and wants to listen to you. Somebody who doesn't listen to you, what do? They come on, man. Like you're literally like right now, like capturing it moment in time, and like that was so important to me too. I didn't know. I was like, is he? Because I didn't want to ask you, like, yo,
are you listening to
me? Are you listening to me?
Are you listening to me?
Like, what kind of energy is that?
Like,
you let me come into your place.
Yeah.
You know, and I think about that too. You let me come in. It wasn't like, oh, Famo hooks up with Tyler. We're like, you let me into your creative space.
Yeah.
And you didn't have to. And it just so happened Plus Grand moved out and everything, and that all happened for a reason.
Yeah. No, it was all meant.
And I do think about that. I think about every time I thought what I thought was the opposite. Oh, he doesn't care. No, he actually does care. Fuck. Or, well, he's not listening. He's just saying something because it'll make me feel better. Like, no, you were telling me stuff. Like, no, you should do it. Like you were telling me stuff that I needed to hear, not what everybody else was telling me.
I was just telling. I was like, you were hearing new sentiments, new things that people,
honesty.
other
I was
people
hearing
want to.
truth. I wasn't hearing, like, you. When you say it, you mean it.
Mm.
You tell me you're gonna be here at 9. You're gonna be here at 9 or 9:30. You're not gonna not show up, not call me.
9:30. Hey,
No.
I'm Aquarius.
But
you
what
know,
I'm
I got a
saying
little,
is like,
there's a little
it's
buffer
like you're gonna
zone.
tell
You
me
feel
though.
me?
You're not gonna. I'll be there at 9. Never hit me up. 11 comes around. 12 comes around. Oh, he'll understand. Like, no, you communicate. You care. It's all that, you know, and really understanding that, because a lot of people think that these people care about them, and they don't. And they don't even see it. And that person's been lying to that other person for so long, they don't even see it. Does that make sense?
When people like think that they're caring about somebody, but they don't.
Yeah, and they've been lying the whole time.
When you said that, it made me think, like, how many people can we care about?
I care about everybody.
Can we care about everybody?
But not everybody can go. And not everybody's going to wake up. So there's already some people I can't care about. I can't give my energy to everybody. But those people in our lives that we know, those 1 or 2 people that we can take all the way with us and trust, those are the people you care about.
Yeah.
It's not everybody.
It's like levels of care.
I'll hold the door open for everybody. But
what is like that level above? If we care, if we like, when we're moving from like the heart space and we care about everybody, like we care about the world, we care about other people. There's like a level above that where like you're actually giving, like, we're sitting here together, like we're actually spending time together. I'm not spending time with Jose over here.
Right.
At the, you know, like.
And what you're saying is, okay, I care of everybody, but I pick and choose who I'm caring to, because I have to be cautious. If I show somebody I care, they could take advantage of that immediately. And then I can get sucked into being manipulated. And so we have to pick and choose who we give our care to. Because like Amy, gave her my care and honesty, and what happened? You know, I gave all that care out and didn't have a guard up. And I learned. I was like, nah, I care about everybody, but man, listen, I'm gonna have to learn a little bit about you first before I start actually caring for you. I care about you, but caring for you, because like my sister, I love you to death. I love her to death. I care about her, but I'm not going to care for her. Okay? I'm not going to take care of her.
This is interesting. So care, etymologically, care comes from Old English karu, sorrow, anxiety, and grief. Also, burdens of the mind, serious mental attention. Old English is also concern, anxiety caused by the apprehension of evil. But like burdens of the mind, like mental attention. It's like I had an experience. It's like where you give, like when you give somebody something, when you choose to help somebody, you choose to care about somebody, you're taking on.
Yeah.
You're giving yourself a burden. You're giving yourself something that's going to take up some of your mental capacity.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%. Like D'Angelo.
And we only got so much mental capacity in these 24 hours.
And you can't keep giving it out for no reason. You have to understand when enough is enough. Like me and my mom, and we tell my grandma this all the time. We're like, listen, Ashley's an adult. We love her to death. We care about her, but we're not gonna sit back and baby her. We you know, it's like you got to know when somebody's just gonna continue to manipulate you and use you and abuse that care. You got to know when to cut it off.
You got to know that the care that you're giving is being reciprocated.
Yes, and if
is it gonna come back to you?
And if you're not getting
why do you care about it?
If you're pouring him a full glass, how come he's not pouring you a full glass? Something's not right there.
Something's not
he's
right.
Drinking
the balance is
he's
off.
drinking all the drink.
Yeah.
And he's not giving nothing back. He's a ball hogger. Get rid of it.
Don't hog the ball.
Come on, pass it. You're better off. That's what, if basketball was one person, no, it wouldn't be 6 people on a team.
Yeah.
It takes a team to work together.
Yeah.
Pass the ball. It's okay to pass it.
Yeah, I think that's just important. I think that's a good spot to kind of like come into this last little segment. It's just like having that attention to know like what you care about is going to take like to know to. It's like what I said the other day. To openly give your love and care to something, but do it in a way. Only give that love and care and attention to the things that are going to build and grow you.
Yeah.
Like some people care about going to the bar every weekend.
They care about that.
They care about
how somebody sees them at the bar, what they wear.
Some people
what
care.
They smell like.
Some people care about Pastor Jenny making sure that they see them there on Sunday service.
Sunday and Wednesday. Night. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's like, and it's funny too because you said earlier. When we were talking about being at the pop-up at the park, and you realized, damn, if I want to not do clothes and I want to move into this content, into this area of making content, I have to not care. I have to not give attention to what other people
literally
already have thought of me. Like. Because if you're always thinking about that, it's gonna hinder you from doing your thing.
You'll never go anywhere. You'll be stagnant.
So it's like having that, just being conscious, being aware of like where we give our energy and making sure. So last night, right? Last night I had some R&R curry. God bless R&R curry. But it was kind of late.
I haven't had R&R curry in so long.
It was kind of past.
Never forget when I first ate Indian food, dude.
Man, it's busting, but it was
like
kind of past my.
The lamb out, I was like, what?
Yeah.
You know how white people are. We're like, what?
Yeah.
You're eating a lamb? God's going to strike you dead right now.
I had some little veggie.
You're going to hell, lamb eater.
They got some fire, like, these pakoras.
You don't like NASCAR? Hell. I'm sorry. I had to say it.
These fire fucking, like, pakora and samosas. But I ate kind of late. Because kind of past, like, I'd normally been calling it in, like, as far as eating, like, around, like, 6 or 7. It was, like, 8:30. I'm like, I kind of want some of this.
Me too.
I was like, damn.
I know. Hey, when that wing stop, when you think about it, you're like, shit.
It's like, damn.
It's only $10 for.
But that it was like, I cared in that moment. I cared more about feeding this thing, giving this satisfaction of like this food. I cared about it. So in that moment, I cared. It was like, but it took my energy.
Yeah.
Literally. Like, it literally took the money from me. And then after I ate it, I didn't come back up here.
No.
If I wouldn't have ate that, we would have saw each other last night.
Yeah.
But I ate that shit, I was like, I'm going to sleep.
You were in curry coma.
I was in R&R curry coma.
Curry coma.
On God. But it's just like, yeah, man. It's just like, it's a constant, it's constant calibration and constant awareness to our behaviors,
it's constant
practice, yeah.
Like,
but
the world's greatest baseball player, he practiced up until the day he retired.
Yeah, straight up.
They don't stop practicing.
Go ahead and throw that outro beat on.
Oh, we're gonna throw a beat on, man. Listen, we had a good conversation, man. We got a couple beats here. Let's throw the beat on.
Throw the outro.
We're throwing a beat on.
Throw the groovy one on first.
It's a groovy one.
Before we get into it,
make progress.
That was making progress.
Episode 7.
Care, man. Like, you gotta care about you gotta care about what you give your energy to. You gotta care about that energy being given back to you.
Yeah, you gotta care enough about yourself. I said, you gotta care enough about yourself. You gotta care enough about yourself. If you really want it, you gotta care enough about yourself first. You can't even let them get to you. Yeah, who cares? I don't know what they gotta say about me. What? So what? I'm gonna do what I want. Who's staring?
Long story short, I got it.
Okay.
Long story short, I'm checking my posture. Back on the top, got an off in the noggin. I'm back on this beat and I'm off of the noggin. Yeah.
Off of the top like dandruff. She say she can't have it, she can't handle it. Yeah, hot coals, you better watch where you stepping. Yeah.
Got a brand new rack, need a band or something. Bring the whole crew in a band or something. Yeah, it's a party, got a band on them. Try to know with a can on it.
Yeah, let's go ahead and jam or something. Go ahead and strum it once or twice. Let me hear something. I like either. I take one or two. I don't care what they're going through. I went through it too. Yeah.
Walking in my truth, yeah, I stand on it. Back in the booth with the mans on it.
Yeah, I'm so hot right now. They got demand on me.
Hot, yeah, got some demand. Hot out the oven, yeah, I'm frying like a pan.
Ooh, put it in the pan. You gotta add some grease to it if you want to cook right.
Yeah, you gotta have some fun if you want to cook right.
Hey, yeah. And you gotta have a little bit of light when it's dark. You gotta where you going? Yeah, you gotta have a little bit of light in the dark. How you gonna see where you going?
Yeah, born in the dark, now I'm a light in it.
Yeah, ain't no fight in me.
I was conceived in the dark, now I'm a light in it.
I'm shining real bright, like I just got out of prison on a 9 to life. What the hell you talking about? Yeah, you ain't living my life. You couldn't walk a whole mile in the shoes I'm stepping. She being reckless.
They being reckless.
Wild, wild western.
Yeah.
Giving out message.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to give you the message. Hey, I'm just a messenger.
Don't shoot the messenger, baby. Shit. Don't shoot the messenger, baby.
Don't kill the messenger, baby. Living color.
Hey. Oh yeah. So I just dropped this bit. It's on the streamers. Hey, can I run this real quick? I said, living. Run it back.
Hold on. Yeah, you hear the money. It's money in the building. We about to run it back.
Hey. Or speak and live in color. My ops just a fairy tale. They imaginary. Me, you, Mary Jane. We family. What's the move? Stepped in with the crew on the loose. Shoes untied. I ain't tripping. I know. If it ain't a vibe, I'ma make one. What you standing there for? Go ahead, shake Sean. Hey, I know my light is out. Hey, beaming. Don't you love the sweet life? Cotton candy shoulder. Shit, bet that on my life. Gonna ante up. Shit, ooh, you know you fine. I need an N1. Shit, feel like titty boy, I'm walking in my truth. Gratitude, my religion. Keep a number 2, write down all my blessings. Life a blessing, what you stressing for? I got this shit about the dirt just like a vegetable. I got this shit about the dirt like I ran off the road. I made this shit.
Damn, I got it out the mud like
I'm on a mission. Need one more. Stepped on the concrete with a purpose. Powers in my aura speak and live in color. My ops just a fairy tale. Imaginary. Me and you, Mary Jane. We a family. What's the move? Stepped on the with the crew. What's the move? Shoes untied. I ain't tripping. I know. If it ain't a vibe, I'ma make one. What you standing there for? Go ahead, Shay Sean.
Got it out the mud like I ran off the road.
I know that you can see me. I know my light is ultra. Beaming. Damn. Don't you love the sweet life? Cotton candy soda. Bet that on my life. Gonna end me up. Yeah. Well, you know you fine. I need an N1. Yeah, I feel like titty boy. I'm walking in my truth. Gratitude, my religion. Keep a number 2. Write down all my blessings. Life a blessing. What you stressing for? I got this shit about the dirt just like a vegetable. I got this shit about the mud like I ran off the road. I made this shit.
Bro said I'm stepping in my truths like I'm titty boy.
I feel like titty boy. I'm walking in my truth.
I feel like titty boy. I'm walking in my truth.
Gratitude, my religion.
Yo.
Keep a number 2.
Yo.
What?
Yo, somebody's gonna hear that bar 5 years from now.
No one's hearing me, bruh.
And go, dude said.
No one's hearing me,
He said, I feel like titty boy. I'm walking in my truth. Yo, they gonna be like, who the fuck is titty boy?
Bro, who's titty boy?
They don't even know 2 Chainz.
They don't even know 2 Chainz.
Titty boy. Oh my god.
You don't know that, man.
Wow.
Man.
The final one.
The final one, man.
The finale. The Finaski.
Come on, Pete.
The Finaski.
This is the World Cup.
An hour and a half we been at it trying to get it cracking. Hopped into action trying to make a magic. I just do magic like I ain't
Yeah, okay. My last name Condry should change it to Mr. Make It Happen.
Yeah. I'm Mr. Made It. Popped on the way with the state in. Oh, you said you just got a big bag. What's yeah. You said
Hey, never let it phase me.
Never.
On the rollerblades, yeah, I'm just skating. Hey, they sitting there, they waiting. I'm at the DMV, I got perfect posture, baby.
Yeah, you deep in the ground, you be on the nostrils. I'm looking for a trophy. I need me an Oscar. You like a bottom feeder, looking like a lobster. Bitch, I'm on red, leave it, it's a tosser.
Hop
Check
on the back of the bird. I'm riding a fucking ostrich.
Yeah.
That's the biggest bird.
Made a new way, I had to check my posture.
Ooh, fashion. Better figure out. Check your collar.
Yeah, I had to pop my collar.
You know how to tie a tie? I could be your father.
Yeah.
Let me teach you something.
Yeah. Shit.
You ain't woke up yet. You could be something. Stop going to sleep dreaming like you ain't gonna be nothing. What?
Worry about today. Yeah. I'm worried about today. Fuck tomorrow.
Okay.
Hey, no. I'm worried about today because it make tomorrow.
Ooh. I'm gonna soak it up. I'm drowning in my sorrows.
Yeah. She wanted. She looking at me nice. I might have to stay for longer.
Okay.
I'm on.
Yeah. The type I'm on, you want to stay longer. Like even the credits, you want to see them.
Yeah. Things with the beam.
When I was in high school, they didn't know that they wanted to be me.
Yeah. Walked in the room, know you see him. D'Angelo problems with the beam. I had to talk to him, get a little emotion. Gave his own search, he's always in his emotions. But I gave him a little hug and we got off the bus. Made the table, made a song, fake the cuss.
You could take all the drugs and hide the pain and love, but all you gotta do is face your truth. Yeah, I be facing them emails, cause I face the truth. I cried a lot even around my homies, cause I'm really true. I could never be fake, it ain't in me, dude. Yeah, put a cracker on it. Yeah, my hand, I'm about to smack my hand in her booty, I'm about to smack her on it.
The sun don't wait for no one, dog. Moon gon' come and the moon gon' go. Big star constellations, me and the team, we all got gravity. Whatever you need.
I'm running that back.
Run that back.
Run that back. We
I
pre-recording
like that beat.
anyways.
You bought this beat?
Constellation.
This your beat now?
Come on, P.
Constellation,
on the beat.
in this galaxy. You the Milky Way, baby, of my galaxy.
Damn.
Yeah, you gotta be all the way in. I never give you half of me.
Never.
Yeah. How could I do that to myself? Give me half of me?
He didn't want to make his dream. That's a tragedy.
Yeah, that's a tragedy. Want to charge your iPhone 11. What about your dreams? That's a tragedy. And I'm still drinking water, yeah. But I was drinking soda. I made a better decision. And I'm a hold up to my word. The only thing you got is your word and your credit. You better make, yeah.
Put it on a holder. Wake a bitch up like Folgers. Sweet like cotton candy soda. Back on the beat with the coldest.
Fold bread slices in this toaster. Popped up, yeah, came out of the toaster. Yeah, I be good at slick talking and roasting. I love to make fun and people laugh. I'm just boasting.
Yeah.
I'm just coasting with the cruise on, baby girl. Let's just coast it. Coast to coast traveling, trying to see the world. Yeah, as it spins.
Yeah. Had to cry a couple tears, see the vision clear. Had to break a little sweat and forget the stress. We gon' make it out fine, I got it, I promise. I'm just back on the mind, I kinda astonished.
I ain't worried about who next, I'm here, I'm honest. That's probably why my first name Monster, my last name Conjure. I done made it rhyme, I can make orange probably. I can make purple and orange rhyme, probably.
I had to grab the float for one time, I had to make more.
Yeah, I'm gonna milk it for what it has. Yeah, I ain't worried about what I had. I remember I have more now than what I had.
Yeah. Is she legit in my cup? And some ginger tea, I'm about to pour it up. And I'm making move for the looks.
You wanna get it off
Changing
your
all my
chest.
colors like the looks.
Yeah, the looks. Everybody worry about the way they. Everybody worry about the way that they look, but I could care less what you think about me, baby girl. That's the hook.
Big star, something constellation. We making bigger moves, changing conversations. Bitch, I'm on the way for the cadence.
A lot of stars in my constellation. Yeah, I got Mars, Pluto, and Saturn. Baby girl, come hanging. Yeah, I'm in here. I'm like the world. I'm hanging. Got the moon right above my head. You're keeping my patience.
They say that we ain't saying shit, but we was saying shit.
You just wrote a book with my verse I hit.
I could have made a meal, but I didn't feel like doing it. I had to make.
Yeah. They didn't want to do it, so I went and do. They didn't want to do it. I went and showed them I could do it.
Come on, P.
The only one you gotta prove it to is the one you're looking at. Yeah, when you take a selfie.
Yeah.
I play the cards. I was delted dramatically. I'm making words up, actually.
Yeah.
Cotton candy soda.
Man.
Living colors. Man, what? Episode 7. This will probably be in there. Love y'all. Positive conversation. Positive vibes with Tylo.
It's vibes, man.
This is beautiful.
We don't get
Change
better at
is
this.
coming. We're gonna get better. We did a great job though.
We will.
But like, comment, and subscribe. You'll see us next time.
On God.
Make sure you make progress. We out.
Bingo.